Hi everyone, welcome to Office Hours Live. My name's Kevin, I'm an educator here at Zenler, and this is Office Hours, the show that's streamed live into the Facebook group on a regular basis to keep you updated with the latest and greatest here from Zenler and how you can use it effectively for your business. So as you can see from the description, today we're going to be covering a number of things. So obviously we get lots of new people coming to Zenler on a weekly basis. So we're welcoming them in, they're coming along, they're finding us, they might be coming for our partners, our ads, or just finding us naturally. But whatever it is, it's great to see you here. And we don't often do a personalised one-to-one introduction, but we've got office hours, which allows us to talk directly to you and help you navigate your way around a little bit throughout where you can get help and support and all of the things that you need to be successful with your Zenler account. And most people are either on the free trial now, so you're on the 30-day free trial of a limited pro account, or you're a fully paid member of pro and premium, which is great. And if you're here and you're watching this and you're on neither, what are you waiting for? Come on, there's lots of opportunity to really get this platform working for your business. And today we're going to go through a couple of the things that are going to help you along the way. And I'm going to show you exactly where you can find them. Now, obviously you found the Facebook group because that's where this is going out to. Though it might be a replay on YouTube, in which case you found our YouTube channel, go and jump in our Facebook group. But wherever you've come from, wherever you are, you've clearly found us, which is amazing. So we often, our role here at the education team with myself and David and Mimi and all of the others is to help you use this platform effectively for the purpose you want to use it for. Now, obviously, with all platforms, there are restrictions, but there's also loads of things that you can do within it. So I want to show you around today a couple of the areas that you can find that will help you. So there'll be a self-guided help scenario where you can go off and learn at your own pace, do your own thing, all that type of thing. Then there'll be the live bit that we do, because we do so many lives. We're actively live frequently, either in Zoom classes that we're running or in the Facebook group, or wherever it is we're often around and we're live, or whether it's in one of our live workshops that we're about to launch another one. So we're very, very active on the live workshops, which I've thoroughly enjoyed delivering them. And based on the last one that we ran, hugely successful for the people coming along. So if you are here, give me a shout. Let me know that you are here and you're watching. You may not, because Facebook, let's face it, Facebook's algorithm is a bit rubbish and it probably hasn't notified you. So you might be on the replay. If you're on the replay, give us a thumbs up or let us know that you're here, and that will be absolutely amazing. So I'm going to get my screen ready and we're going to go off and we're going to get straight into showing you around a little bit of what you need to go and find. So if you are new, then this is, well, even if you're not new, right, this is for you, because this is should be your bookmark page to go off and get the help that you're looking for before you turn anywhere else. This is where you need to be. So let me share my screen with you very briefly. And we're going to go and have a look at this. So here we go, tutorials.newzenler.com. This is the main hub for all of the things that we do educational wise. So how do you learn different stuff? And it's not just about learning the platform either. We've got a lot of other stuff here as well, which is coming on leaps and bounds over the last 4 or 5 years. We're constantly updating it. In fact, the complete guide, which I'm going to show you in a minute, is due a revamp, because we're going to be redoing that again, because there's bits of it that need updating and we need to carry on. But for now, it's more than adequate to get you going in what you need to be doing for your business using the Zenler platform. So this is tutorials.newzenler.com. You need to go there, you need to bookmark, and if you've got a Zenler account, you can log in with that. But this is the one that you bookmark, because this is the really important one. Now, you'll see along the top here, we've got quite a few little bits and pieces. We've got training, workshops, resources. We've got live support, different things that you can do and get involved in with the team. We've got our blog that we run, and we've got a new community. So if you want to come and join one of our communities and test out the Zenler community, how that works, we're really flourishing over there at the moment. We're making a slow transition over from Facebook into that. I don't know if we'll ever get rid of the Facebook group. Unlikely. but we're doing more and more weekly in our own community over there. So if you're not yet in there, you need to go and hop in there. Of course, all of the resources training wise that we offer here are for free. And it's going to stay that way for the foreseeable future. So take advantage of it whilst it's there. So go and jump in our community, go and register over there, go and apply to join the main one. One of the team will let you in. And it's a lot of fun over there. We're doing some different stuff in there, and there's some nice little surprises coming along in the next couple of weeks that are really going to boost up what we're doing over in that community area. But for now, let's get on to the tutorial site itself and what you can access here. Now, we have over the past 4 or 5 years created a huge amount of training resources where we run live workshops or boot camps. We record them, we take out all of the chit chat that goes before and after, and we just keep it as it's a resource for you to go off and learn. Now, this is sort of broken down into different elements. So there's the bit that's about Zenler. So this is about how do I use Zenler? What do I do? And when we go into the Learn Zenler area, it should come up with the quick start guide, the Zenler checklist, and the complete guide to Zenler. Now, these are super important that you get involved in these. Most of the questions, I'd say 95% of the questions we ever get asked as an education team and also the support desk are answered here. So it's really important that you go here first, because ultimately it will save you time. If you have to reach out to one of the team or reach out to support, you're not going to get an immediate answer. Whereas here you go, right, I'm facing this problem. I need to go off and do this. How can I find what I'm looking for? Well, boom, there it is. You found it. You don't need support. You've got it there. So you could just get cracking with it. So what does that look like? So let's look at the complete guide. So when you come into the complete guide, a lot of it's video based. So we've got a lot of stuff here that's video based, and it will take you literally through everything. So you can see all the modules that we've got here. So in the basics, which will go through the introductory elements that you'd need to go through. Site setup and the page builder in Zenler, quite a lot more in there because it's quite a big part of the system. We've got features of the page builder within Zenler and where they come up. Course creation part 1. Well, there's a lot of people come here because they're creating courses, of course, and that makes absolute sense. Testing and where to go from here. What's the difference between free, pro, premium plans? That's defunct because obviously we don't have a free plan anymore. What we have is we have a 30-day free trial, and then we have pro premium. So it will be changed and edited quite quickly. Course creation part 2, creating a membership site. So lots of people are looking to create membership sites, understanding how the tiers work, how the different configurations we can make of building a membership site out, which is really important because there's not always a one size fits all. Some people like to use one of the 3 sites you get as a pro member to just have it as a membership area, maybe with just a community in there as well. So everything is just to do with that one thing, but that could be a big deal for you, right? People reoccurring, paying you, and all of that, and therefore it deserves its own area to have. So lots of people are doing that. There's the one-page membership site, and there's all sorts of tiered, dripped, all of that stuff within that as well. Selling physical or digital products. We often get asked about selling digital products and do we have a cart system? We don't have a cart system as such, but there are ways you can sell digital, obviously, and physical products using Zenler. Setting up your custom and subdomains, massive question that often comes in, and that's been made so easy over the last couple of years. I remember when I joined, it was a monumental pain in the backside, but nowadays it's super simple, and if you follow the guidance along there, then you'll find that really interesting. The media library and how the media area works. Creating blog posts, a blogging area and blog posts on Zenler, administration of your site, engagement and nurturing. There's a few on that. So that one's forms, that one's communities and discussions, that one's quizzes and surveys. Then we've got marketing. So under marketing, email automation and lives within Zenler. SEO and tracking codes. Yes, there is inbuilt SEO elements into the Zenler platform. If you wasn't aware, they're on virtually every page you go on. You can't help but see it. It does pop up, but then it sort of disappears and hides away. So it's really important you know how to do that and get those public pages, public blog posts, public communities SEO properly. Live classes and webinars, promotions and affiliates, setting up creating blog posts on Zenler, emails and email lists, embedding external apps. So that's one that we get asked quite a lot about. Oh, I want to add my calendar in, or I want to add this in, or I want to add that in. Someone was asking the other day about adding in comments in the blogging area. Can it be done? It can be. It's a workaround using Facebook comments. So it can be done. Integration, so all integrations added with Zenler, and then final thoughts on here. So that's just the complete guide. Now, there's no way in this earth you should literally go through starting at the top and work down. What you need to do is you need to go in here, you need to do a search, and then search for what it is that you want to work on. Okay, so you go through the quick start guide first, which is back here. So you take the quick start guide and the checklist, that gets a lot of basic stuff out of the way. That takes between 2 and 4 hours. Then you move on to the complete guide to Zenler, and that will help you move through. Now, on top of that, that isn't all. So that's the learning Zenler bit, right? That's how you use the platform itself. Now, of course, we do run workshops frequently. Some of the workshops are on elements of the platform, but combined with other elements. So as an example, we did a community workshop recently where we did it over, it was like 12 sessions over 6 or 8 weeks. Yes, we went through, this is how you set your communities up, these are your options, this is what this does, this is how that works, etc., etc. But we also got into the running your community, engaging in your community, managing your community. How do you deal with difficult scenarios within your community, keeping it on point, keeping that flow running along? What do you do in a public against a private, against a secret community? So our workshops cover more than just this is how you set this area up. They cover a whole heap of other stuff as well. And we often get you to do little tasks to help you move forward with that. And that can be really, really helpful, because often people get stuck in the creation phase of something, or they'll create it and go, now what? What do I need to do now? And a lot of our workshops are along here. So we've gone through the Learn Zenler. If you go into the training library for the marketing, you'll see that there's different ones here. Learn how to marketing basics, SEO tips and tricks, YouTube marketing, first course launch, so how to market and launch your first course. There's one on LinkedIn there. There's one for blogging. There's marketing funnels. There's 5-day social media optimization. There's 5-day SEO workshop. I did that. That was an introductory one. Really, really good if you don't understand SEO. 3-day lead to client workshop. Email marketing, so 3-day email marketing bootcamp. How to set challenges up, so a challenge on challenges. So loads of stuff there, and these are all free for you. Okay. So that's under the marketing. If you go under lives, so running and presenting live, so using Zoom, learn how to present, so presentation skills, editing skills. We've even done a workshop on using OBS, the OBS Studio, which is free open source software, just to maybe level that up if that's what you're looking for. Really good for the creatives that need multi-camera angles and stuff like that on their lives. So here's me, hello, but here's also my hands doing something, or a different angle on something. Really awesome. So we walk you through that. We also walk through how you can edit some stuff there as well. So that's really good. So that's under the live area. And then we've got the everything else area. So these are other workshops that we've run that don't necessarily fit in a particular thing. So planning, time management, master your communication, branding and design, 5-day mindset bootcamp, Excel superpowers. So there's lots of extra bits. And we're adding to this frequently. And I think that's the real key to this, is that we're not just doing a one and done deal. We've constantly got stuff in the pipeline where we're building and we're moving forward and we're making better and we're increasing the level of sophistication that goes through the workshops as well. So we try and remember everybody starts at the beginning. So we often start at a very entry level with this stuff. That's why sometimes we'll do an advanced workshop. And that's sort of where we're heading on with our next one that starts next week. That covers that area that I'm covering today. Now we do have other educational areas that we'll cover in future office hours, and I do often go through and do a bit of an over the shoulder and show you an element of the system that maybe has been forgotten, that maybe we haven't covered for a while, but I'm not going to be doing that today. So what I want to move on to now, and this sort of rounds up, this moves on to the next stage. So that was the self-help element of what you can do to go and help yourself, learning the system, learning the platform and all of that. Now, of course, there'll be scenarios where you've tried something and maybe it doesn't work for you. So what do you do then? Now, most people will go, oh, I know, I'll just post in the Facebook group. And that's an option for you. So we've got a really, really active community in Facebook. So the team are often in there as well. So if you ask a question in there, we'll often be able to help you out. But it's not a to and fro scenario. It's not the situation where you can ask me something live and I can reply to you or show you or do whatever it may be. We have other areas for that. And one of those things that we do, and we do this every week, it's twice a week at the moment, on a Thursday and on a Saturday. So a Thursday at 4 p.m, currently BST, and on a Saturday, 11 a.m. BST. They both run for 2 hours where you can come on live. They are recorded and then the replays are put out onto YouTube and also onto Facebook. They may even go onto some of our socials. Now, the reason we do that is because where lots of people ask questions, it often helps other members of the community facing the same problem. So rather than us constantly repeating everything all of the time, we just record it and go, look, are you cool with this being on here on the replay? We don't normally snippet it out with just an individual question. We tend to just do the bookmarks on YouTube where people can just zip down to that question and then find it. So, but on both of those areas, we call it live support desk. So it's live educational support desk. So this isn't, oh, I've done this on my custom domain and it's broken, I can't make it work. That's a technical support question. If you're a little bit unsure of what the difference is, then we'll always explain that to you on the live support desk anyway, but it's also in our support doc area where you can find that. But the live on the Thursday and the Saturday is all about an educator being there, or a couple of educators sometimes, where you can come in and go, look, I'm trying to achieve this, not quite sure how to set it up, can't find the training on it. Am I doing this right or wrong? Is there a different option on this? And it's a little bit of a to and a fro of, I want to try and get a bit of help and direction on this. And the experience that runs through the education team will often know almost instantly whether you've got a technical problem or it's something support needs to help you with. So for example, if you put a custom domain on, there's only so many things, there's so many different providers. There's only so many things we could say to you, you need to go and do this. And then try and check it out. And there's very, very few things that we can do. The majority of the time, we've got to get you to tie up with support, technical support, to be able to help you over that bump, because it may be something just not quite looking right. And we often don't do screen shares in live support desk because you may have sensitive information within your account, and obviously we want to try and protect your clients and your business by not letting that happen. So but our team's really experienced and they'll help you through that process. So if you come on and you go, right, I've got a question, this is what I want to ask, blah, 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 can you help me out? And we go, yeah, that's fine. Then we'll be able to move you into the right place. We'll either help you there and then, or we'll say, this is a technical support question, this is what you need to do. So they run Thursdays and Saturdays every week, and they're really, really awesome. So if you've not yet been on one of those and you do have unanswered questions, you're frustrated, you need help, you need a bit of guidance, then I'd strongly suggest you go over there and do that. So that's the second part of today's office hours for you. So we've covered the self-help, we've covered the, do you need some live help education wise with the team. I'm now going to cover the upcoming workshop that we've got going on. Now, this is really exciting. We've just finished the Accelerator program for those that were on the 60-day free trial. The 60-day free trial doesn't exist anymore. It's now a 30-day free trial. And we took people through quite an intensive period of time through June and July to get their sites up and running, get a course launched, do webinars, do replays, all of this stuff. Some really, really great little system that they built there. But we wanted to take it up a notch. And when we took it up a notch, we've recognized the fact that actually this would be really good for anybody that's on a paid account, because we're going to be covering stuff that a lot of people tend to ignore or forget to do or haven't done. And we want to make sure that everybody's got access to that. So it's called Accelerator Plus. It's the first comment that's in the link that's in underneath this particular live. And we're going to go live every single Monday at midday BST to go through this over a period of I think it's 7 weeks. And this is what we're going to cover. And this again is free. So we're going to be looking at advanced automations and filtering. So creating smart automations, learning filtering tricks, and making sure that your inbox is clean and tidy and everything's as it should be. We're going to look at domains, branding, and language settings. So hooking up your custom domain, how does that work? What does that look like? Adding your branding across the site, because we can do that. We can have brand elements in that go across everything that you do, so you haven't got to keep doing it on every single page. We're going to help you set up your DMARC. So this is for your own email to be able to go out rather than the Zenler one going out and using the Zenler servers. It will use your own one, which is really, really great for deliverability and open rates. They'll soar up. And then look at the language setting. So this isn't English, French, German, Spanish, whatever. This is about the way that you you talk within standard emails, so registration emails, cart abandonment emails, all of that type of thing, and other areas within the site. Then we're going to cover site pages and elements, so creating your core site pages, exploring page elements, and simple design rules. We're then going to be moving on in week 4 to memberships. That whole one will be on memberships, tiered membership, bundle memberships, drip memberships, and one-page memberships. We're going to go through all of the elements within those that will help you decide which membership model is correct for you and how to set it up. We're then going to go on to speed saving techniques, so creating master templates for what you do, so you don't have to start right at the beginning. Create usable assets. That's going to be really interesting for you, that you can go off and redo these things, and learn duplication and cloning techniques to build your site in half the time. We then got advanced troubleshooting. Obviously, lots of people know the basics, but we're going to move that up a step and help people solve a lot of the errors that come up, that people have to go, how do I do this? Oh, it was that, was it? Okay, I didn't look at that part. So know when to tweak, know when to escalate. And then finally, we're going to hit hard the SEO side of what we're doing here. So we're going to look at keywords, titles, descriptions, adding in Google Search Console, adding tracking codes in. So how do we connect the tracking code from our site into Google Search as well? And then simple keyword research techniques to get you going. So if that's what you want to get involved in, you want to come along, any of that piques your interest, then Monday, the 29th of September at midday is our first kickoff session. It's absolutely free to attend. If you're on a premium membership, or you're even on a 30-day free trial, come along and we're going to get stuck into this. David and myself are running this workshop. It's going to be absolutely awesome. So that's it for me for today. So I'll be live again in a few days, where I'll just remind you of some of the stuff that we've gone through regarding the Accelerator Plus program that's starting next week, because it's really important as many people get to know about it as possible. If you know anyone that it might benefit, then do feel free to tag them in this post. That would be really beneficial. Of course, all of our training is free of charge. We don't charge for this, but there is a commitment of turning up and getting the work done. So yeah, I've been through the listing with you. The link is underneath in the comment, so the pinned comment. Go and have a look there. Go and register if it's what you're looking for, and we'll be absolutely delighted to see you on that particular workshop. Look out this afternoon for David. He's at 4 p.m. with live support desk. If you've got any burning questions about Zenler, anything educational, jump on there. I might pop my head in for half an hour. It's going to be awesome, and I'll catch up with you all soon. Enjoy using Zenler, and I'll see you, if not before, on the next office hours live.